The gold on your finger is older than the Earth itself. Somewhere near you right now, someone is wearing a plain gold ring. It looks ordinary, a small circle of yellow metal, warm and quietly shining. But every single atom of gold in that ring is older than the planet you are standing on. No volcano made it, no chemical reaction created it, and nothing inside our sun can forge even one new atom of it. To create gold, the universe has to do something so violent that it shakes the fabric of space itself. This is the story of the strangest metal we know, where it was born, how it reached your hands, and why we can never make more. Of all the metals humans have ever treasured, gold is the great survivor. Like iron, tarnish like silver, or slowly crumble away like copper. A gold coin can lie in the ground for 1,000 years and come out shining as if it were struck yesterday. When archaeologists lifted the golden mask of Tutankhamun, it gleamed exactly as it had more than 3,000 years before. Gold is also impossibly soft and stretchable. A single ounce can be hammered into a sheet large enough to carpet a small room. Beaten thin enough, gold leaf actually becomes see-through, glowing with a ghostly blue-green light. Even its famous color is strange. Gold is yellow because its electrons move so fast that Einstein's relativity bends the light they reflect. For centuries, alchemists tried to cook gold out of lead and mercury, and every one of them failed. They failed because gold is not a recipe. It is an element, and no furnace or acid can create a brand new element. To build gold, you must build its atoms, and that requires a forge far greater than anything on Earth. Almost every atom in your body was assembled inside a star, but even stars have a limit. Deep in their cores, stars fuse light elements into heavier ones, releasing the energy that makes them shine. Hydrogen becomes helium, helium becomes carbon, and step by step the elements climb upward. But the moment a star begins producing iron, its furnace hits a wall. Fusing iron consumes more energy than it releases, and the star's mighty engine begins to stall. So everything heavier than iron, silver, platinum, uranium, gold, needs a different, far more extreme origin. For decades, scientists assumed that exploding stars, supernovae, forged the universe's gold. But the numbers never quite added up. Supernovae alone could not explain how much gold actually exists. Then came the 17th of August, 2000. On that day, detectors on Earth felt a tremble in space. Time itself, gravitational waves from two neutron stars colliding over 100 million light years away. A neutron star is the crushed core of a giant star. A sphere the size of a city, packed so densely that a single teaspoon of it would outweigh a mountain. When two of them spiral together and collide, the blast briefly outshines entire galaxies, an event astronomers call a kilonova. And as telescopes watched that distant glow, they found the unmistakable fingerprint of freshly created heavy element. In a few violent seconds, that single collision forged clouds of silver, platinum, and gold, many times the mass of the entire Earth. Those atoms scattered into space and drifted for eons, waiting to be gathered into new stars, new planets, and eventually into us. 4.5 billion years ago, our solar system condensed from a vast cloud of gas and stardust with that ancient gold mixed in. The newborn Earth was a ball of molten rock, glowing like a drop of lava suspended in space. And in that molten world, gold made a fateful move. Gold binds tightly to iron, so as rivers of liquid iron sank to form the Earth's core, they dragged nearly all of the planet's gold down with them. There is so much gold locked away in the core that, spread out evenly, it could wrap the whole planet in a precious metal layer several meters deep. But that treasure lies almost 3,000 kilometers beneath your feet, sealed away forever. So where did the gold in our rings and vaults actually come from? It arrived late, delivered by a relentless rain of meteorites that hammered the young Earth after its crust had cooled. The gold we mine today is, quite literally, the residue of that ancient cosmic bombardment. Over billions of years, hot fluids circulating through the crust slowly concentrated those scattered atoms into glittering veins of ore. Every nugget ever pulled from a riverbed is a souvenir from outer space, gift wrapped by geology. Humans fell under gold's spell before we even invented writing. Egyptian pharaohs called it the flesh of the gods, and their greatest kings were buried in coffins of solid gold. Empires rose and fell chasing it, ships crossed unknown oceans for it, and cities appeared overnight wherever it was found. During the great gold rushes of the 1800s, hundreds of thousands of people abandoned their old lives for a glint in the gravel. Yet for all that fever, gold remains astonishingly rare. Every crown, coin, ingot, and chain ever mined in human history, melted together, would form a cube only about 22 meters on each side. The entire treasure of every civilization that ever existed would barely fill 4 Olympic swimming pools. The hunt has taken strange turns too. The world's oceans hold millions of tons of dissolved gold, spread so thin that no one has ever collected it at a profit. After the First World War, the chemist Fritz Haber spent years secretly trying to filter gold from seawater to pay his nation's debts, and was finally defeated by the dilution. Today, the deepest gold mines reach almost 4 kilometers underground, the deepest holes humans have ever worked in. Down there, the rock itself is hot enough to burn skin, and miners chase veins of ore thinner than a finger. We tear apart mountains for a metal we then mostly lock straight back underground in vaults. But gold is no longer just treasure. Quietly, it has become technology. Because it never corrodes and carries electricity beautifully, a whisper of gold hides inside almost every phone, laptop, and car. In fact, a ton of discarded smartphones contains dozens of times more gold than a ton of freshly mined ore. Astronauts look at the universe through gold. A film of it, thinner than a soap bubble, coats their visors to tame the sun's blinding glare. The James Webb Space Telescope stares into the dawn of time with gold-coated mirrors, yet all its gold together weighs less than a golf ball. Gold even flows through you. Your body carries a tiny trace of it, woven into your blood and bone. And that leaves us with a thought worth keeping. Because nothing on Earth can make it, every atom of gold we will ever have is a one-time cosmic inheritance. The ring on a finger, the chip in your pocket, the fleck in your blood, all of it was forged in the wreckage of collided stars long before the sun first lit. We are made of stardust, as the old saying goes, but gold is stranger. It is the shrapnel of dead stars worn on our hands. So the next time you catch a glint of gold, remember, you are looking at a survivor of the most violent event the universe has ever shown us. Follow Worth Knowing for more things worth knowing.